Hey, welcome to Smart Quiz Builder. My name is Veena Prashant. I'm the creator of this plugin. Smart Quiz Builder is the world's best quiz and survey plugin for WordPress. Today, I'm so excited to let you know that Smart Quiz Builder now supports interactive video quizzes. It's so amazing. I cannot wait to show you what we have done with it. In fact, I just created my first interactive video quiz using this new template. It looks so good. You will be able to connect with your users, with people that come to your site for the first time that don't know you yet. But you will be able to connect with them on a completely different level because it's going to be personalized and you will be able to explain to them what the quiz is about in a really nice looking video format, right? They don't have to read a whole bunch of text to find out what you do or what you can do for them. You can explain to them what's in it for them way better in this video format. And also there are so many different options, right? So if you don't want to do videos, you don't have to. You can just use images. And if you don't want to do videos, don't want to do images, that's fine too. You can use full screen just text, right? But that's not the point of this, but there are options and each screen can be customized differently. If you want to do video for one of the screens for one of the questions and you don't want to do video for the rest of the questions, you just want to use images, you can do that. Each screen can be customized differently. And the cool thing is you can create a really smart quiz because you can use branching logic. You can send people in different directions based on their responses, and you can use video format to explain to them why they landed on this question. You can let them know, I know that you picked this answer and that's why you are here. Now, this is what I want you to answer next. It's going to do wonders for your sales, for your marketing, for your conversions. I have no doubt. And you can also use tags where you can give them different tags based on the answers. And on the outcome screen, you can display different content based on the tag. So what I'm going to do first is show you what I did with my quiz, how I built it. I'm going to give you a quick demo of it, and then I'll take you behind the scenes to show you how I built it and then how you can do the same. Now, before I start, just want to say that I'm really looking forward to your feedback. So please do let me know in the comments section below, what you think of this new video template. How do you plan on using it? I look forward to your feedback. All right, you can see here, this is my interactive video quiz. And on the left side, I have the video. On the right side, I have this text here. This is the start screen. And here I have enabled autoplay, and that is configurable in the backend. If you do not want autoplay, you can turn it off in the backend. The thing about autoplay is that due to browser restrictions, it will be muted, right? They can see the video playing, but it will be muted. And they can click on this button here that says click to unmute it, or they can click anywhere on the video to unmute it, to make it easy for your users to understand that the video is playing, but they cannot hear it yet because it's muted. You can add this, whatever text you want, you can add here. This is customizable in the backend. In my case, I have enabled autoplay. If you disable autoplay, it's just going to show the video. It'll be stopped and they can click on the play button to play it. You can also add a splash image. That's up to you. I'm not using splash image. And the main thing with the video is that it has to be really short. If you create long videos, say longer than 20-30 seconds, it's going to buffer. It's likely going to buffer and it's going to take a lot more time to load. It's not going to result in a good user experience, right? You don't want to do that. So the whole point of this is not to create long videos and publish it. And if you want long videos, you can directly add them to your sales page. For this type of video quizzes to be effective and help you with conversions, create short videos and get to the point quickly. In my case, my videos are 6 to 10 seconds long and it loads just fine. All right, so keep these things in mind as you create your videos. I'll take you to the backend to show you different options. This is the first question. Again, you can see autoplay is enabled. They can click to unmute. They can click anywhere on the video to unmute and play. And the question is about whatever it is I'm showing here on the right side. Just make it clear, why you're collecting that information, what's in it for them kind of thing, right? You can use your video to explain it. You will connect with them on a completely different level, right? Because it's more personalized. You are there. They can see you. It's obviously going to have a much better impact than just text questions. All right, so here I'm going to pick some answers. This is a multiple choice questions. That's another thing. You can use all types of questions. All right, so the next question. So this one I'm using for outcome mapping. Depending on the answers they pick here, I send users to the right outcome. This is a personality quiz. I have 5 different outcomes for each one of these answers. And depending on the answers they pick here, I send them to the right outcome screen. If they say, I'm going to launch in a couple of months, I send them to an outcome called launch. If they say I'm planning to quit my 9 to 5, I send them to a different outcome. If they say I want to consistently generate $100,000 or more in revenue, in that case, I send them to an outcome that says $100,000 or more. And I have relevant content in each outcome screen depending on their response, right? Again, the point of this is not to create long videos where you explain everything to them, right? If you want to do that, send them to a page on your site, landing page on your site using SQBs. outcome redirect and redirect them to the right landing page where you can have YouTube videos where you can go more in depth and explain to them the outcome, right? So I'm going to pick this answer. I want to consistently generate $100,000 or more. And here, how experienced are you with quiz creation? Now here I'm using branching logic. As I said, you can do all kinds of things. You can create a really smart quiz using this video quiz template. Depending on the answers, you can use branching logic to send them to the right next question. So I'm using branching logic. If they say I have never created a quiz before, they land on a different question. And if they say I have experience with quizzes, any of these options, in that case, I send them to a different next question. So here I'm going to select this one. Here you can see it says, how do you currently use? Because I know they're using quizzes already. They're experienced with it. So my question is, how do you currently use or plan on using quizzes? So they can pick any one of these options. And in this question, I'm actually using tags. I have assigned tags to each one of these options. If they say list building, I give them a tag called list. If they say feedback, I give them a tag called feedback. If they say educational, I give them a tag called education. And on the outcome screen, I'm displaying content based on the tags they get. So if they get list building tag, I expand on it on the outcome screen, and SQB does it. You enter the tag description in the backend of SQB, and SQB will display it based on the tags they get on the outcome screen. So I'm going to pick list building, educational in this case, and show you what happens. So here I have picked list building and educational, and I'm going to show you what happens next. So this is opt-in screen. Again, you can let your users know why they should opt in, right? And explain to them what you're going to send them after they opt in. It's going to result in much higher conversions because you are able to explain to them in a video format rather than text to say, give me your name and email and I'll send you a personalized report. You can say the same thing, but when you say it in a video format, it's more personalized and there is a higher chance of them giving you their name and email. And again, it's up to you if you want to use videos, if you just want to use an image, if you don't want to use video or image, in that case, it will just show this screen. It will use up the full screen, right? It will not be a split screen. I'll show you how to do this when I take you to the backend. All right, I'm going to opt in here. This is the outcome screen. And you can see here, it says you are ready to make $100,000 or more. This is because I'm sending them to the right outcome based on the answers, right? One of the question was, what's your main goal? And they said, my main goal is to make $100,000 or more in recurring income. So I'm sending them to the right outcome. I already know this is their main goal, so I can speak to that. And the video that I created here is different for each outcome because I want to speak to them specifically about the outcome they got. Now, this video is not about, letting them know everything about that specific outcome. If you do that, it's going to be a long video and it's going to result in performance issues. Don't do that. If you want to create a long video, say a YouTube video, which is 5-10 minutes long, just use the outcome redirect feature in SQB and send them to a page on your site where you can add that video, right? But if you're using this video template, keep it short. Should not be more than like 10 seconds, right? Get to the point quickly. Let them know, I know you are here because this is your main problem. And I have all the information for you on the right side. Be sure to read it and I'll be in touch or something like that. So just let them know what's the main thing you are looking for them to do on the screen. And whatever text you want, you can add here. Now, the main thing I want to show here is the tag-based segmentation, right? So based on the answers, I'm giving them the right tag. So I picked list building and educational as two ways I want to use quizzes as an answer to one of the questions, right? So I'm using SQB's tag shortcode to expand on this right here. SQB knows what answers they picked and it will show them the details related to that specific tag. So here in this case, it's showing them list building stuff. You can add all of this content in the back end of SQB for each tag. And educational, right? So it shows them that. It's not going to show them all the other tags because it's not relevant to them, right? It knows exactly what they need and it expands on it based on the tags. You don't have to do it. You don't have to do tag-based segmentation and all that, but I'm doing it to make it a really smart quiz. Options are there. It's up to you which ones you want to use and which ones you don't. And now I'll take you to the backend to show you how you can set this up. All right, so this is the backend of Smart Quiz Builder. I'm going to now show you how I created my quiz and how you can do the same. So this is the name of the quiz. What kind of quiz should you create? I'm going to edit this quiz and show you my settings. Now, if you want to create a new quiz, just click on add a new quiz and create from scratch and you can build your quiz that way. But in this case, I already have it. So I'm just going to edit and it will take me to the quiz builder. Give your quiz a name, description, select the type of quiz. And in this case, this is a personality quiz, but you can use this template for any type of quiz. In this case, I'm using a personality quiz. Display settings, what I recommend is, because there are so many different options here, initially when you're creating your video quiz, right, just use the default options. You don't really have to configure anything yet. And once you see how it looks, and then you can always check it out in the front end and then make the updates in the back end. There are so many different options here. Everything is configurable in the back end, but you don't have to set it all up when you are setting up a new quiz because you just want to see how this video quiz looks in the front end, right? So just use the default options, come back here and change it later. That will be the easiest way to get started with this template. And lead generation, what I'm doing is I want to display an opt-in form, but you don't have to. If you don't want to display an opt-in form, you can turn it off. But if you display an opt-in form, you can also let SQB know. Do you want your questions first, then opt-in? Or do you want opt-in first and then questions? You can do both. In my case, questions first, then opt-in, then outcome, right? They see the start screen, take this quiz button, they click on it, then they see all the questions, series of questions, and then opt-in and then outcome. And here you can connect with your email platform. SQB integrates with all leading email platforms. When users complete the quiz, they'll be added to the email platform that you select and connect with right here. And this is where you will find new options for interactive video quiz. And this is only going to show up if you select this template, right? So you got to select this template, save it, then you will see those options. So this is the new template we have added, right? These templates we already had, and this is the brand new template. And you can see here it says interactive video or image template, split screen supported. This is the one I'm using. And autoplay is enabled by default, but it's going to be muted. So you may want to turn this off if you don't want that, right? You don't want autoplay, you can turn it off. And click to unmute button that I showed you is going to show up towards the right corner of your video. And the text, right, that shows up, you can customize it in the SQB customizer. You can click on it, it will take you there. You can customize it there. And click to unmute is the default text, all right? And that's it. I have selected this template. Let me show you next what happens. All right, so the next screen is the start screen. And because autoplay is enabled, you can say it's playing, right? And as you can see, everything is customizable on the right side, template customizer. You can see I'm using full width, full height template. And that's what I recommend because this is a really nice interactive video quiz. And the default is focus mode, where users will see the quiz in full width template. Now layout options, you can see full width, split screen, right? So I'm using split screen because I want to show video on the left. I want to show the question or the quiz title and all that stuff to the right. And that's what I'm using. I have selected split screen. And here you can see the options are video question to the left, video question to the right, image on the left, and image on the right. You can also use full width option. If you click on it, you can see this is how it's going to show. It becomes a regular quiz. You don't have to use video or images, anything. And so that's why I said everything is fully customizable and you can do different things for each one of your screens. Start screen, you can decide I don't want video. You can just use full width. Or I want to use an image. You can just use an image. You don't have to use a video. If you select image on left, it will let you upload an image. All right, so now there are more options here. So select a video source. Where is the video coming from? You can upload the video, right? You can use the upload option and click on upload video and upload it to your server. Again, make sure the video is really short. If it's long video, then it's going to slow down your site. You're going to have performance issues and it's not really going to serve the purpose, right? People that have slow internet connection, they are not going to be able to watch the video because it's going to keep buffering. So keep it short as much as possible. Get to the point quickly. That's the main thing with this interactive video quiz. And if you want your interactive video quiz to have the impact that you want it to have, in that case, keep it short and get to the point fast. All right. Or link. Here you can select link. That's what I'm using. And when you use link, right, you can upload it to wherever you want. It does not have to be on your server. In my case, I'm using Amazon S3. I have uploaded my video to Amazon S3 and I have made the video link public. You can do that, right? You can log into Amazon S3, upload the video to your bucket, and then you can set the permission for the video to be public. What this means is SQB will be able to access it, right? You're not really trying to protect your video content here, right? These are just questions. So you're not really looking to protect it, but you're looking for people to be able to see it. You want the video to load quickly, right? So those are the things you can do here. You can enter the link here. You can upload to Amazon S3, and it doesn't even have to be Amazon S3 if you want to add your Vimeo link or Wistia link. As long as you're able to get a link from your video platform, just enter that here, and SQB will get the video content from your platform, and SQB will manage the look and feel, right? The video controls, all that will be managed by SQB. It's SQB's player, right? But the video, as far as the content, is coming from your server. So it's up to you what you do. Link is what I recommend. And in my case, I'm using Amazon S3, but it's up to you where you upload your video and enter the full link of your video right here. Splash image. If you don't want to use autoplay option, you can do that, right? You can upload an image, for example. I've just uploaded this image, right? And they are going to see this, but they can click the play button and the video will start playing. So you can upload different splash images, but make sure that the splash image is not completely unrelated to the video, right? So it has to be something related. So when they click the play button, they don't see something completely different than what the splash image was all about, right? So that's important when you use a splash image, but I don't want to use splash image. I'm using the autoplay option. It's going to be muted when it plays, but they can click on the click to unmute it. Now show video controls. Yes, I want them to see video controls. Play button color. You can customize it. And background color. This is for the right side, right? Split screen. You can customize this color, change it to whatever you want. And that's it. All right, moving on to the outcome screen. I'm not going to go over the details as far as the customizer on the right side because you have the same options in all of the screens, right? In this case, I am using video. And as I said, I am using link. I'm not using upload option. I'm using link. And I have uploaded my video to Amazon S3. I have made it public and I have entered the full URL of my video right here. Splash image. I'm not using splash image. I'm using the autoplay option and the same thing, right? And here you can see you can customize content based on the outcome. So because this is a personality quiz, I'm sending users to the right outcome based on their response to one of the questions I have, which is why you need to create your outcomes first in a personality quiz. You cannot create your questions before outcome because when you create your questions, you need to be able to say, if they pick this response, I want to send them to this outcome. And you can do that only if you already have the outcomes. And here I'm using this shortcode, show all user tags. And you will find all the shortcodes right here under personalization tags. I'm using this shortcode, show all user tags. So what this means is SQB will assign tags based on whatever response answers they pick. And on the outcome screen, SQB will expand on the tag they got, right? And you can add tag content in the SQB settings page. So for example, if they select list, this is the content I want them to show. And you can add your content here. This customizer, you can upload image, do whatever you want here. And this is the content they're going to see if they select a list as one of the responses, right? So this is the front end, and you can see here, this is the content, right? It's coming from the tags page. So you can let SQB know what you want to show them, and that's what SQB will show them. The question screen, I have 5 different questions here, and I'm doing different things for each question. For example, first question is a simple multiple choice question. You can select any one of the question types here. You can do this with all question types. And so select your question type first, and then same thing, right? I'm using video. I've uploaded it to Amazon. You don't have to use video for each one of your questions. If you don't want to, you can just use an image, or you can say full width. You don't have to do videos or images. All right, so this is a question. Users can pick one or more options from here, and they will be sent to the next question. And the next question is question 2. So what are your business goals? So here, this is the one that I'm using for outcome mapping. Depending on the answers, I'm sending them to the right outcome. Let me show you how I'm doing outcome mapping here. Connect to outcome. You don't have to do connect to outcome for each one of your questions, right? The only questions that you need to do this for is the ones that you want to use to figure out what's the outcome you want to show them. So that's what I'm doing only for this question. If they say I'm working on my content, I want to launch, I'm sending them to the outcome called launch. If they say I want to consistently generate $100,000 or more, then I'm sending them to this outcome called 100K or more, where I expand on it and I show relevant video based on this response. So that's what I'm doing with outcome mapping. Again, you don't have to do it for each one of your questions. You don't have to do it at all. If you don't want to, you can just create one outcome and send everyone there. Now, question number 3 is how experienced are you? Now here I'm using branching logic. If they say I have never created a quiz before, I want to show them a different question than if they say I have created quizzes before. Right? So I'm using branching logic. As you can see, I have enabled branching. You don't have to do it, but I have created a smart quiz based on response. And if they say I have never created a quiz before, I send them to this question, question 4. How do you plan on using SQB? And if they say I have created quizzes before, I am experienced with it, then I send them to this question, question 5, where it says, how do you use it? Because you're saying you're experienced, right? So how are you currently using it? So slightly wording is different, otherwise the same options, but that's what I'm doing. I'm using branching logic to do it, and you can enable, set up your branching logic in SQB quiz funnels page. You can see right here, this is the quiz funnels page. What kind of quiz should you create? That's all I'm doing, right? So if they pick this answer where they say, I have never created one, I send them to question 4. If they say any one of these 3, then I send them to question 5. I'm doing this using SQB's quiz funnels branching logic builder. All right, that's all. And you don't have to do it if you don't want to. Now, question 4 and question 5, right? Depending on if they arrive on 4 or 5, I'm doing tags. You can see here this dot, dot, dot. If you click on it, you can edit the tags, and you can see I currently have list as the tag. And I have assigned list tag to people that select this option, list building. If they say recommendation, then I have given them this tag, recommendation. So you can give them different tags based on the answer choice. You don't have to, but that's what I'm doing. And then on the outcome screen, SQB will expand on it, right, depending on the tags they get. One thing I want you to check out is this recommendations. You can see here orientation and resolution. Best to use short videos. Main action should be happening in the middle, right? Because that's what SQB is going to focus on in this video template. So those are the things. And resolution, you can see use short videos. Long videos can buffer. Upload to Amazon S3, but you don't have to upload to Amazon S3. You can use any external link as long as it's a public link and it can be accessed. It will work fine. Enter that here. That's it. So moving on to lead generation. Again, you don't have to do a video here. If you don't want to, you can just say, I want to show full width like this, right? No video. But it's going to be really effective if you use a video because you can explain to them why they need to opt in, right? It's better if it's going to be more personalized if you explain to them using a video, right? This video format rather than just text. So that's what I'm doing here. And that's it. When users opt in, they will be sent to the right outcome. And notifications, if you want to send yourself an email, you want to send your students an email when they complete the quiz, you can configure all that here, just the regular quiz stuff. At the end, SQB will give you a short code. It will also give you an embed code. If it's a WordPress site, right, use short code. It's going to work much better. Use short code on a WordPress site. And even if you use whatever LMS you're using or whatever plugin you're using, and you want to use the short code and you want the quiz to appear there, it's going to work fine. But for a quiz like this, right, interactive video quiz is going to look amazing if you have a page dedicated to it. So create a page, for example, called interactive, or create a page called quiz, and just add this short code on that page. Don't add anything else because you want no distraction there, right? And also you can do outcome redirect. If you want to send them to a page on your site and not the SQB outcome screen, you can do outcome redirect and redirect them to a page on your site if you want to. That's not what I'm doing. Now, SQB is a plugin for WordPress, which means you need to install SQB on a WordPress site to use it and create your quiz on a WordPress site. But you can publish your quiz even on a non-WordPress site using the embed code feature. So if it's not a WordPress site, you can grab this and enter this wherever you want the quiz to appear. So that's how it works. And I already showed you, how it looks in the front end, right? I gave you a demo of this quiz. So as you can see, there are so many different options. You can do whatever you want with your quiz. If you want to use video, use it. And that's the main point. But if you're not comfortable with videos, just use images. It's going to look great in this template. And keep it short, keep it simple, get to the point quickly. Those are the things to keep in mind for good user experience. The main thing is don't create your entire quiz first, right? If it's your first time, then record a short video, just upload it to your server, right? Publish the quiz on a WordPress page and see how it looks. And again, SQB will focus on the middle of the screen. So when you're recording it, keep that in mind and see how it looks in the front end, right? And then if it looks fine, if it's loading correctly, if it's not buffering too much, see the size. You can also use compression tools to compress your video, right? And optimize your video for performance and then upload it, right? That's what you should do to reduce the size. And there are a few things that you will find helpful. Number one, make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. And this way you'll be the first to know when I publish new videos like this. Number two, let me know what you think about this, right? I am so excited about this template and what it can do for your business, but I want your feedback. So do let me know in the comments section if you like this template. How do you plan on using it? What are your thoughts, right? I look forward to your feedback. And number three, I have several resources for you on one of my sites. It's called membershipsitechallenge.com. If you want to create quizzes, if you're struggling with list building, if you are struggling to monetize your content, all of that, you'll find a whole bunch of resources there. There are a lot of free resources as well. You can sign up for it. Thank you so much for making the time to watch this video. I'll be back soon. I hope you have a great day. Bye for now.